What up, guys? It's your boy Quake, and back with another video on J.Cole. And he's been going through an interesting time recently. He just dropped the HBO documentary For Your Eyes Only. I just checked that out. He did an interview in New York Times where he just seems like he wants to step away from the spotlight. And Joey Badass just revealed that J.Cole isn't doing any more features. At least that's what he's saying. And I don't know what to think of this, because every rapper has this sort of stage where they feel like they don't want to make music anymore and the creative juices just simply aren't flowing, or they feel like their music isn't making the impact that they once felt or they thought it would make, and then they stop making music. And it seems like J. Cole is the one who's going through this phase right now. His music is still succeeding. I mean, For Your Eyes Only just went platinum, so it's doing well. The audience still likes it, but I feel like he feels like his music isn't impacting as he wants it to in the communities where it really matters. And that really shows in the New York Times interview and in the For Your Eyes Only documentary. And I feel like he's been feeling like this since after Born Sinner. When 2014 Forest Hills dropped, he sort of stepped away from the spotlight a little bit more, did a bit, I believe, like 2 or 3 interviews, and then sort of did the tour and then drifted away again. And now with For Your Eyes Only, he only did 1 interview and just dropped this documentary. Now he's on tour, so he's doing less and less in terms of being in the spotlight and being in the media. And if you read the New York Times article, which I'll leave a link in the description below, you'll see that J. Cole's connection with the documentary and people, what he wants to happen is for the mainstream general public or white people to see black people as humans as well, even the ones that are in the ghetto lifestyle, selling drugs and gang banging, whatever it is. He wants people to see them as human. They have daughters, they have family members, they have hearts. And I think he's making this correlation in hip-hop where these rappers are sort of painting this picture of black people always selling drugs, always spending money on dumb things, and just doing ignorant, stupid shit. And I feel like J. Cole does not want to be a part of that in hip-hop anymore, and he's never really contributed to that ever. I mean, he's had moments where, like, he even said himself, he feels like he's getting trapped into this make-a-hit mentality. Even in the article, he mentions that. But he doesn't want to contribute to that, and he feels like he shouldn't be a rapper, or he doesn't like this rapper lifestyle, because most people depict rappers as these ignorant, Versace wearing, hoes fucking, strip club blowing rappers, and they're really not that. Not all of them are like that. They have to live this sort of persona, but they have hearts, they have minds, they know what they're doing. You just have to sort of put on this persona, and J. Cole doesn't want to be equated or equal to that, or even associated with that. And straight out the gate, if you read the New York Times article, it proves what I'm saying. It starts out like this: ask J. Cole about when he realized that the traditional life of a platinum rap star didn't suit him, and he'll tell the story of the 2013 BET Awards, when a stylist dressed him in a loud Versace sweater that 2 other people ended up wearing on the red carpet. He'll talk about meetings with label executives and personal heroes who encouraged him to make musical decisions that deep down he never felt comfortable with. So clearly he's saying this rapper lifestyle that they're trying to depict him as, or trying to turn him into, he was never comfortable with. And I think over time he sort of decided that he wants to be more distant from being this sort of rapper persona, and he wants to be more looked at as a human and not focus on this lavish lifestyle type of things. And you can see that in the HBO documentary, is he just walks around like a regular human being. People treat him like a regular human being. I mean, if you haven't seen the documentary, I really suggest you check it out. I mean, I have HBO, so I got a chance to see it on premiere night and even again right now. But if you haven't, go ahead and check it out. But the most interesting thing out of all of this is what J. Cole said to Joey Badass in private. And that was basically, listen, I'm only doing this feature for you and nobody else. I'm not doing any more features for rappers. And this is sort of the beginning point of when I feel like J. Cole is going to slowly drift away from music and not make it anymore. I mean, he said it on that DJ Khaled song, Jermaine's Interlude, that he's thinking about retiring. So here's what Joey Badass said. Cole already told me he was getting me my verse, and literally he told me like, yo, Joe, you're the only person I got on my feature list. I ain't doing no more features. Only your feature is the one that's important to me. Literally the day before For Your Eyes Only came out, he sent the verse for Legendary back. Now, what is he saying? I don't know. J. Cole could be just saying, hey, right now at this moment, I'm not doing features for people. I'm not interested in features. Or he could be saying, I am completely done with doing features in music. Now, every single day, everybody has sort of moods that they're in. Some days they feel like doing something. Some days they say something they're going to do that they're not really going to do. I mean, we're humans. We get in and out of our emotions. We change our minds constantly. And I feel like that's what's happening with J. Cole here. I don't think he's never going to do a feature again. I mean, Jay-Z said he's going to retire. I mean, 50 said he's going to retire. Kanye, Eminem. People have gone in and out of saying they're going to retire and that they eventually come back. I mean, Master P, when he finessed a bunch of money out of labels. If you haven't seen that video, you guys need to check it out. It's how Master P changed the music industry. But he said he was going to leave and never come back in the rap game. But now he's back making music. So it's never a permanent thing. I don't think he's going to retire. If he does, I mean, he's retiring in a good way. I feel like we should get at least one more project and then calls it quits for a while. I think he's just probably gonna get out of the spotlight for a few years, raise his kid, which we don't know if it's a daughter or a son yet. He didn't even reveal it in the New York Times interview, but we don't know. He might just take time to raise his family, his kid, take time with his family, stuff like that, and then eventually come back stronger. And I feel like every artist needs this. I feel like if you're constantly releasing music, your creativity sort of gets drained and it becomes dull. If you can recall, Kendrick Lamar was going sort of through the same thing. When he released To Pimp a Butterfly, I remember him saying he felt guilty of the success that he was having. He felt guilty that he couldn't bring his friends with him to enjoy all the things that he was enjoying, to experience all the things that he was experiencing. So I feel like it's just a phase. I mean, you don't know with people. Some people are different. Some people are forever going to quit and they're never coming back regardless. And a perfect example of that is Andre 3000. Even though he's done features here and there, no solo album, no Outkast album, he sort of disappeared and he's done. And you never know with the person, but I don't think it's officially over. It's definitely a scary thing for fans, even including me. I'm a huge fan, so I don't want to see this end so soon. I feel like he can take a break. Like I said, take a break a few years, don't come back with anything. And by a few years, I mean 4 or 5 years, like Justin Timberlake, what he did with like 8 years, I believe, of taking a break and not releasing music, because you come back stronger, like I said. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think J. Cole is officially done? Do you guys think J. Cole is just done with features officially? Or do you think he's just bullshitting and just going through a mood as what artists usually do? So leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.